Greetings, everybody, and welcome to The Effect. This is Harmony speaking. Today is 6/5/2017 at 10:48 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, Maybe some of you might be wondering why I keep going live. I explained this before, but I'll explain it again. I've had some computer technical issues, and I've been watching other YouTubers, and apparently we are all having some issues. So I guess the misery loves its company. I'm not alone. So the reason I go live is because I can't make videos anymore. So I have to go live. Um, so we were on my I hate using the word private group, but we were in our Discord group, and we were on a conference call, and one of the members of my group was mentioning about because I was talking about how important prayer is, and I did the 911 prayer request today. I also made other videos doing prayer requests. I do apologize. I got really tied up with a whole bunch of stuff, but I promise I'm going to go back to that video and read the comments, and I will do specific prayer requests for the people in there. So I will continue to do that. But what should I call you? Juno? I think the whole world can see your name, but do you want me to call you Juno? Juno, okay. So Juno mentioned to me today about this remarkable website, and I am perplexed that I didn't think about this before. I apologize. I should have, um, because there are people that are more organized than I am in regards to organizing mass groups of prayer. And with that, we're going to let Juno explain a little bit about this website. It's posted in the chat. And when we're done with this, for the people who are listening to the recording, I will also post it in the description of this video about what sounds to me. I actually haven't had the time to research this, but the funny thing is, as we're talking, it was exactly when we were done with our conversation. I looked at my clock, and it was 9:11, 9:11 Central PM Standard Time, and that to me was a clear sign from the Holy Spirit, as we say, to get the message out. So, with that, Juno, go ahead and explain a little bit about this. Hold on one second. I'm getting feedback from the chat room. They're saying they can't hear you, so um, they can hear you now. Robin, Robin just typed, "I can't hear her. I can't hear." Robin, what's going on? Oh, I lost the chat. Oh, there we go. Harmony, do we click on that link now? Yeah, you can click on the link if you want to join live. But can you, Robin, let me know if you can hear Juno? Because everybody's saying they can't hear Juno. Sarah says she can't hear.
Yeah.
They can't hear you, Juno.
Yeah.
We have a sound quality problem. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blast. You're blasted all the way. Maybe you need to. I can hear you, but they can't hear you on Juno. I can hear Harmony. They can hear me, but they can't hear. I'm just like tapping. Harmony's loud and clear, but Juno, just say test and count up to the number 26. Go test 1, 2, 3. They're saying they think you need to install a plugin. Yeah, they can't. Juno, they can't hear you. Yeah, no one can hear you. You Robin, you can barely hear Juno now. All right, so
now, everyone in this call can hear you, but the people in the chat, like in YouTube, cannot hear you.
Yeah, YouTube can't hear you, Juno. You know what I think it is? I think it's because you're overseas. That could be the problem. I think it's because you're overseas.
Hi, someone.
Okay. Yeah, they can hear me. They can hear vegan.
So someone joined. Like.
Oh, I'll join
someone.
Okay, so let's. Juno, they can't hear you. So unfortunately, I was monitoring chat and I wasn't listening to everything you said. So hold on one second. I think it's because you said you're on a phone. Yeah, it's not going over to YouTube. All right, so let me paraphrase real quick, and I even have an echo. That's interesting. Is somebody on their phone and computer at the same time where I get an echo?
That's Jonathan.
Jonathan, are you? So it's because he's overseas. So folks, we're having an overseas problem. So let me paraphrase, and I'm going to do a horrendous job. It's going to be in the description. Basically, there's in a nutshell. I'm sorry, I'm going to do a horrible job. You know what, Juno, I'm just going to put this in my own words. Basically, prayer is very important. There was a day, for example, where everybody went into Washington, D.C. and prayed all together. I forgot how many people there. There was, I don't know, hundreds, thousands, a lot of people. And crime rate immediately went down. there is this bot program, a good one, that monitors the consciousness of the internet. I shouldn't say consciousness of the internet, that's a bad word. They monitor traffic, and when people are really scared and frightened, there is this peak that starts to show up, and they have done a wonderful job of tracking this, and every time everybody's afraid, immediately following there's some horrific event that happens in this world. It's almost as if though, well, I will just say we are collective consciousness, and we all are connected, and we know when something bad is about to happen, and tension tends to get up. And you can see this program. I'll have to do some research, and I'll make another video on this person, and so maybe someone in the chat knows about this. I'm not looking at chat anymore, by the way. I'm back on Google Hangouts.
I'm looking at the chat.
So there's this. It's a very predictive program where this program monitors how people are feeling and what people are saying, and when everybody's at this really high tension, like immediately a traumatic bad event happens. But however, when everybody's in a really good mood, everything's like really peaceful. And to prove this, they marched onto Washington. I should say marched. They went to Washington D.C. They had a prayer day, and immediately the crime rate went down in Washington D.C. and the surrounding area for the following days after that event. So we have proof, positive, concrete evidence that prayer absolutely 100% affects our reality. So prayer is critical. And what Juno's going to post is this group where they post dates where they get together and everybody prays at the same time. And I feel that this is something very important and critical we need to do. I kind of try to do it on a small scale, but apparently this group is doing on a much larger scale. Also, they have this map where you can click your location if you choose to give away your location, and then you can also see other people in the area that are part of this group, and you could actually meet up with people that have the same common goals. And the point is that I wanted to go live to stress how important prayer is. We have concrete proof and evidence that prayer really does make a difference and affects our reality. Now, going back to my other I don't want to use the word insider, just information I have. I have information that if we are projecting positive energy into the world, then that it affects the quantum network that is around this planet. The reason we have not had World War III yet, because if you are into all that, conspiracy theory stuff, and the world was supposed to end, and this and that, and all these events, like September 23rd, 2016 was supposed to be a big event, and the I hate using that word, Illuminati, they're really big into numerology, huge. So they plan these dates according to numerology. They're big on what's that word, astrology, and they plan events according to astrology and numerology. And the reason that their plans have failed is because people are praying. What people are doing is they're projecting into the consciousness of the planet, into this quantum mechanics grid around the earth, that we do not accept what they're doing. People always ask me, I'm one individual, what can I do? You can do a lot. You can make a stand and say, I do not accept what they're doing. I don't accept, I hate to go there, Pizzagate, pornography, the evil things that are happening in the world, the unjustified wars, the drama, the turmoil, the blah, blah, the blah, the blah, yada, yada, yadas. Make a stand and pray, and you as an individual project that into the world. Robin, are you on this conference call? I thought I heard Robin. Robin, you have to be on mute. Is that Robin? Anyway, I'm sorry. So you hold on a second. Somebody is too loud.
That's Michael.
Is it Michael? I just muted everybody. All right, everybody's just muted for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that was Michael. All right. So make a stand and say, I do not accept what is happening in this world and the negative things. Of course, accept the good things and the positive. But the things that are happening, make a stand, make an announcement, pray, meditate, let the universe know that we have had enough. Enough is enough is enough, and we no longer accept it. It is not acceptable. We are no longer going to tolerate it. And this is what I want reality to be. I've said this in many of my videos. Have that blank canvas and paint the picture of the reality you want it to be. You know, if you're into music, write a song. If you're a writer, write a poem. Whatever it is you do, take those thoughts out of your head and project it into the world through painting, art, song, speak it out loud, pray, whatever. Let the universe know that you've had enough and you are not going to put up with this and you don't agree with it. You do not agree with this child pornography stuff if you want to go there. You don't agree with I don't want to go into all the negativity. We want to try to keep it positive. I think I'm yelling. I should stop yelling. You know, that's kind of the point. All right, vegan chat room. Any comments, questions?
Yeah. So Pink Banana, I didn't really understand it, but like, Pink Banana asked, can you say what's coming up?
I'm thinking. Let me think. I mean, the technical answer is yes. I simply don't know how to explain it. And a lot of it is things that are so complex. I don't feel at this time it would be good to discuss because things are still happening. Once everything is complete and the missions are complete and we've accomplished everything, we are working very, very, very hard on trying to help humanity and correct these situations. So once all of our work is done, I will, you know, I'll give an update because I have to keep it simple. Because I mean, for you know, hopefully everybody understands the power of prayer by now. Hopefully people understand that there's this quantum network around the earth that is working against us, and we have to be positive and pray and stand up. And as you do this and you create this positive energy, it's almost like picture yourself where you can explode energy everywhere. I hate using the word bomb, but it's probably the best analogy. It's like you are an atomic bomb and you're going to blow up positive energy everywhere, all over the place. And that is simply what we need to do right now. And that's all you have to worry about is yourself, and focus on yourself and your thoughts and every thought that comes to your head, where that come from, rejected. The battle's in your mind, folks. So it's a mind battle, and there you we literally have to fight for our minds and our sanity at this point in time, and to disengage from the quantum network around this planet and say I've had enough and I no longer accept what you're doing. That makes sense? Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Pink Bananas also said Harmony was very disturbed last night. Says couldn't talk about it.
well, I wouldn't use the word disturbed, but there's a lot of things I can't talk about this time. Oh yeah, so let me make a comment. Yeah, I made the comment that I only tell the public 20% of what I know, in my inner group 50% of what I know. What I was referring to is, God, I hate saying who I am. Um, maybe I should just do this. What the heck? Let's see if I can find the file. I'm so tired of repeating this. I mean in a good way. I don't mean negative. Yada 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 yada. Let me see if I can find this file real quick. All right. And let me go over here. I'm going to do a screen share. So this is going to look really weird for a second. All right. All right. So now you see screen within a screen within a screen.
Yeah.
All right. Now do you see this Word document?
Yeah. U.S. President.
Okay. Okay. I apologize. I have to take a restroom break. You guys can read this, and this is who I am, and I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll read it. Number 1 is U.S. President. Number 2 is Secretary of Defense. Number 3 is Secretary of the Navy. Number 4, Chief of Naval Operations. Number 5, Admiral of the Pacific. Officer of the Pacifist Fleet. Number 6, Commander of the Airborne Early Warning Wing. And in parentheses, my boss. Number 7, Joint Chief of Staff, Airborne Early Warning Wing. Number 8, Administration Officer of the Airborne Early Warning Wing. Number 9, Senior Chief of the Airborne Early Warning Wing. Number 10, Yellow Man of the Airborne Early Warning Wing. And in parentheses, that's me. Now, previously, I thought that Byron said he was 11 under the president, but I guess he's number 10. I don't know. And under number 6 is the naval intelligence for the Pacific Fleet. Under number 6 is 24 squadrons, which is every P propeller-driven aircraft in the Pacific Fleet. I just think about it. I guess everyone else is muted.
All right. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Was there any questions about that? Is that little diagram clear? So I worked 10 people below the U.S. president. And then naval intelligence was underneath our command. And then below that was 24 squadrons, which is every propeller-driven aircraft in the Pacific Fleet. I woke up every day reading the CIA Worldwide Intelligence Report, which is classified. It's the same briefing the president I got every morning. And actually, I went to the commander of the Airborne Early Warning Wing, and I briefed him. Because I was responsible for downloading all classified documents for the airborne early warning wing. So I was in charge of every classified document. I was the gatekeeper of all the classified material. I was responsible. You know, funny story. I'll tell a funny story. Um, it, it blew my mind that Hollywood was really accurate on the nuclear codes. Even the size. What was it? The Hunt for Red October. In the submarine, how they open the safe. That safe is the exact size and dimensions. The tumblers, when they pulled the card out, everything, 100% accurate. Just blew my mind that the military let Hollywood know about that safe. And well, that's all I'm going to say about that, since Hollywood already talked about it. But anyway, so when I say I can't tell you everything I know, I'm referring to classified material. That's what I'm referring to, folks. I'm referring to classified stuff.
There is, like, you asked if there were questions, and there are questions. I don't feel like they're related, but I'll
That's
tell you.
okay. I think we have people that joined us in chat. And how about I can't see your name. Is that Michael? Michael, you there? You want to talk? Michael. Hey, Michael. Welcome to the show. This is Harmony. How you doing tonight? I'm doing absolutely outstanding. Believe it or not. Yes, you should believe it. Today was a very successful day. Everybody praying and meditating was phenomenal. We've had a tremendous outcome. It really helped. The prayers really, really helped everything that I'm working on. And not only me, I'm not the only one doing this, folks. Okay. For example, there's this guy, I'm probably going to say Rihanna Morning Coffee or Coffee, whatever. Morning Coffee Rihanna. I forgot the name of his website. He has a group that specializes. They go around, let's say, astral projecting to all the bad energy spots. Like, let's say a war took place and there's a lot of negative energy. There's residue left behind. So his group specializes in going to that site and healing that location. So his group does phenomenal work. There's other groups that do other work. There's light workers. There's your indigo children, star children. There's beings, benevolent beings from other places that are here to help us. So this is a complete joint effort where we are all working together. So by no means am I am not the only one trying to help humanity here. By no means, I'm not the only one.
So one of the questions is from
Well, I'm sorry, Michael's on the show, so I want him to talk.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We can go back to questions in a moment.
Okay.
So Michael, go ahead and talk since you're on the show. We stopped it. Yeah, we have successfully put a delay on that other reality coming in. However, it's possible pieces came in, so you might see a couple more Mandela effects. I actually wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole bunch of Mandela effect videos tomorrow, because a little bit of the residue came through, but I think we're pretty successful at stopping most of it. Let's call it a filter, and some things come through the filter and some don't. Well, in a nutshell, most realities coming in are not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the one that was about to come in, we were not comfortable with it, let's say. And because we were not comfortable, we wanted to put a stall on it and clean it up. And once it's cleaned up, then possibly we'll give the green light and let it merge in.
What's in the other reality?
Oh boy, I don't want to be like scaring people or anything.
Tell the truth.
There's just All right, I'll tell the truth. Well, I always tell the truth.
I know. I mean, like, I mean,
You
like
want
the
me to
truth is
spill the beans? Okay.
beans. The truth is scary sometimes. Like, like,
Yeah. Well, basically, kind of like if you could go back to the 1950s where everything seems wonderful and everyone had their, nicely ironed shirts and, everything was peachy king and, your white picket fence with the, the two kids and the whole 9 yards. That's what that reality looked like on the surface. But at night, they were all members of satanic cults and doing stuff. But the thing is, these folks didn't know what they were being involved with. For example, you're familiar with the Ouija board. It's kind of
very
weird.
bad.
It's funny. How do you get the word Ouija out of OIG? I mean, what is that? A French word or something? I don't know. I don't know. It's probably some. I'm sorry if I said French. I don't want to offend the French. I don't know how you get Ouija out of OI. Anyway, the point is that this game you can go into Toys R Us. It's sold as a game, and people pick this up and they play this game not knowing that they are completely inviting extremely dynamic forces into their life. People will pick up tarot cards. Now, tarot cards are not for the novice. If you're gonna run over to the Barnes and Noble and they got every tarot card deck in the world, if you want to pick one of those up and start playing with it, you're playing with the devil, folks. Now, there are people who are skilled and are awake and know the mastery of it, and they can use it properly, but the odds of them doing that are just like nil. So, like, my advice is stay away from tarot cards, stay away from Ouija boards.
Okay, sounds like a great.
I'm not against psychics, but most of them are bogus. But basically, this world had been completely more tricked than our world. And so they were happy-go-lucky folks, but underneath, they were completely tricked, involved in all this underlying negative dynamic world.
So during the day, like in the other reality, during the day everything was fine, but
Mm-hmm.
during the night they sort of had split
Yeah, kind of like that.
personality came out.
And that happens here too. But the thing with this world is they were just clueless. Just clueless.
Oh, how does that happen in this world too?
Like you go in your Toys R Us and buy a Ouija board. Did you walk in your Toys R Us? You can buy a Ouija board. You can go in your Barnes and Noble and pick up a tarot deck. People do it unknowingly. It's not that they're evil people. It's not that they're members of satanic cults. It's not that they're trying to practice witchcraft. They just did it unknowingly. And on this world, it was to a grandiose scale. So we needed to clean up all that garbage before they can merge in here.
So it happens in this reality too. It just doesn't happen on a grand scale in this reality.
Well, I don't want to say how big it is here. I'm talking about this other reality. It happened on a grandiose scale. And now I probably sound like complete insanity to people listening, and I can't wait for the comments on this one. See, this is why I don't. See, there's information that's classified and I can't share, and then there's stuff like this where I sound completely insane and I don't want to share. So I don't share for two reasons. One, it's either classified material, or two, I sound completely insane.
Like you need to share.
Here's the thing. Let me say something. Okay, think for a minute. You everybody listening has experienced the Mandela effect. You have accepted the fact that you woke up one day and you're in a world where all the geography's changed, the movie tiles have changed, everything's changed, but yet it looks the same. So how can you accept this complete insanity world, but then when I tell you there's other worlds merging in and I start telling you about these other worlds, now all of a sudden I'm the crazy person? You see, people in the Mandela effect community that make YouTube videos, they're called crazy all day and night. And the Mandela effect people are like, but we're not crazy. We have the proof. Here it is. But we don't have any proof, folks. You sure you got residue and this and that, but you have to understand that the Mandela effect people sound completely insane to the rest of the world. And where I am, I'm kind of like explaining to the next layer above that. So I'm just perplexed at how I could be talking to a Mandela affected community that can accept that reality is nothing what you know it is, has completely changed, and everything's completely wacko. But then when I tell you it's like an onion layer, and when I explain the next onion layer, oh, all of a sudden, all the people have been called crazy are now. So now I have the crazy people calling me crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, go on, vegan. Let's. I think Michael dropped off. We have another person on the line. Who's this? He's on. This person's on mute. Who is this person? I can't read his name.
Someone named someone.
Someone named someone.
Like,
well, if someone's named someone,
that's what.
No, it's not me.
That's okay. All right, vegan. Let's go back to the chat. And you had a question there.
Okay. There's multiple questions. One of them, I really don't see. Okay, well, I'll just read like this questions marks then. Like Lord Frybread asked, "Angel tarot cards by doing virtue. Stay away from angels? Question mark. Control? Question mark.
Just stay away from tarot cards altogether because you don't know what you're working with. I figured it was. I just didn't want to tell the world. But thank you for announcing yourself. I figured it out. I just didn't want to tell the world. So how did I do, Brian, so far? Oh, excuse me. Something. Did I go too far with the other reality?
You're not going too far. You're not going too far.
I was asking something. Well, here, back up. Something is describing the other reality that I was just describing, so everybody knows what he's talking about. This other reality is coming in. He's going to tell you more about this other reality. So go ahead, something. We would not have meshed very well. It would have been a disaster. Well, I shouldn't use the word disaster. Bad language. And I always tell people, watch your language. So here's a perfect example. I am correcting myself. I used the wrong word. We would not have commingled as well as we would like. Maybe is a better way of putting it. You get the idea. So we have to clean up these other realities before they come in so they can commingle better. Yeah, it's very hard to explain, especially since most people think we're probably crazy right now, but
think that we do need, I mean, obviously we don't want that like a bad change, like we don't want like a whole bunch of Luciferians coming in, but I do think we do need a big dramatic change. I mean, like hopefully a good dramatic change that that will wake everyone up and get people to if something like really big happened with that very much didn't mess with this reality like that, like I do think that would, like, I mean obviously that like we don't like, at least a fair coming would be bad and we don't want that, but I just mean like a big dramatic change, like to get the people who aren't awake to wake up.
so here's something, something. You're probably not going to be. Hey, something. You're probably not going to be surprised when no one can hear you. So something. No one can hear you. I find that interesting. So for folks that couldn't hear something talking, um, basically in a nutshell, he was confirming everything I said. Is that good enough? Something, or do you want to go on? I'm gonna have to relay what you're saying because they can't hear you. So something. Talk to me. Do you want me to relay anything to the group?
He's on mute again.
Yeah, it's funny they can't hear him. Well, it's not funny, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all. And they also couldn't hear Juno. The two people that I wanted to speak the most cannot be heard. Is that not amazing or what? The two people that I wanted to speak the most cannot be heard. You got to just laugh at this. Like I said in my video last night, it's like when things go wrong, just take it in stride and just, you got to laugh sometimes and just take it in stride and move on.
It's normally me that can't be heard and like it can't.
Something, I can hear you now. They didn't hear you. Okay, so stop. So I'll relay with something. He's basically saying that this other reality that was coming in was completely opposite of us, and basically we would not have judged very well. Um, their religious practices and beliefs would have completely clashed with all the religions of this world. Is that good enough? Something. You have to speak in short phrases because it's hard for me to repeat. Okay, so that was good. Well, everybody knows you have something in chat, so that's, I'll just keep going something. Okay. Robin agrees, very opposite. So apparently Robin got a read on it too, maybe. So anything else you want to add? Something? well, maybe something you're protected. So to everybody's listening, he was talking about a couple things, and then after he said it, he wanted to retract what he said because for various reasons. So I don't know. Maybe you're just being protected. So anything else?
So
go ahead, vegan.
a question from the chat by Millie Meza is, Hominy, why are you so afraid of being judged by everyone?
I don't think I'm afraid of. Well, first of all, I understand why you would say that, and it may come across that way. So, first of all, thank you for stating that I am coming across that way. That was not my intent. I'm not really afraid of being. Well, maybe I am. That's an interesting question. Maybe I am. Hmm. That's I have to ponder that one. Hmm. Okay. It's because I'm just so used to being called crazy. I have been experiencing this since going back 23 years ago. I wrote my paper, which is copyrighted in 1999. Unfortunately, not a lot of you folks want to read it. I don't understand. It's available on Google Drive. I made a 14 video series. It's my least watched videos. But um, what I keep telling people, if you understand the physics, then you'll understand what's happening. And folks in general, it's kind of like if you were a caveman and I spoke caveman language and I walked up to you and I said, "Hey, I can hold a cell phone in my hand and I can talk to anybody in the world," you'd call me crazy. And showed you my little chain of command and things that I'm privy to, and yada yada yada. So I'm talking about extremely advanced concepts to people that may not understand. Kind of like the caveman, you're nuts. And I try to explain a very advanced concepts and help people try to understand what's happening. And I'm constantly being called crazy because they simply don't have the ability to understand what reality really is. And reality is nothing what you think it is. Throw everything out the door. Okay, I'll say something. You say I'm worried about being judged. I'll tell you that probably the most insane thing I ever experienced in my life. I showed you my chain of command. I've been involved in black op projects, and people say I'm a liar. Well, I showed you the chain of command, and one of my videos, I show you my awards from the Secretary of Defense. I helped create the Airborne Early Warning Wing, which means I'm a plank owner. I don't know if you know what a plank owner is. I show my plank owner certificate. I show all my credentials. I'm also I have degrees in religion. I show my degrees in religion. I show all my credentials. It's all laid out, and people keep calling me a liar, and they keep calling me crazy. So I'm kind of tired of it. So basically, if you want to know what's really going on, if you want the lowdown, join my group. I'm a little more free speaking in my group, but even there, people are not ready to hear the truth, and I get called crazy, and people say I'm lying, and I get accused of being involved in MK Ultra programs, and they think I'm psychotic. I need to be on my medications, and yada 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 yada. So whoever said that, I guess you're right. I am I am afraid of being judged because I get judged constantly. I don't even read comments anymore. I usually have to go through 19 comments to find one good one. I'm surrounded by negative energy and get spanked left and right. So I'll be transparent. I don't even read comments anymore. I don't approve comments. Occasionally I'll go in there and I'll respond to people and this and that. But have I rambled on long enough? I think I went on a rant. Does that answer the question?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Red. Why do you feel need to be validated by others? No, I really don't feel a need to be validated. I am a human being, and human beings have well, basically, I've been all alone on this journey for 23 years, and I've been trying to tell people, hey, the logo changed. Hey, this changed. All the stuff that's going on, the Mandela effect right now, I've been trying to scream it from the rooftop for 23 years, and everyone calls me crazy. So now we are here where we have thousands of people We have thousands of videos. We have an entire community, the whole world. Everyone agrees this is happening. And guess what? You're all being called crazy. And I'm human. And I'm sick and tired of being called crazy. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I can hear you. I don't know if
Yes.
live stream can hear
Well, I don't think YouTube can.
you. Hey, well, Juno, there's a 20-second delay from the time you speak to the time it goes live. There's a 20-second delay, so that's why I wanted you to count to 26. So go ahead and count to 26 and see if people can hear you, Juno. If you can hear Juno, respond.
I can.
Vegan, read the chat. Can anybody hear him? What?
Malcolm X says, "Are you live?" And no, I can't hear him. Lol.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, people can't hear him.
Well, real quick. Yeah, real quick, Raven. Raven Rita. I tried contacting you a few times. We never were able to connect. So if you and I went on. I think I sent you a comment. I went onto your website and I looked at your a designer, and I was impressed at your. To me, it's art in clothes. So yeah, still send me a Skype request. What can I tell you if you want to talk? But go ahead, Gino. I'll try to repeat what you say. Prepare for change website. If you've never done ascension meditation, to go on the digital clock on the top and click on it. And there's some instructions on how you can start ascension meditation. I have not reviewed this, so there's nice instructions on how you can be involved. And again, I can't and endorse it, but I trust my friend Juno. So I have not done the research. If you follow those instructions, you're on your own. But I will be looking into it this weekend, and I'm going to research it heavily. I just haven't had time. So, by the way, I saw you, Raven. So thank you for the comments.
Judson Montimago says, Og Teles talks about a soul-eating computer. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to use the word soul eating. Oh, wait, you're talking about that. Oh, wow. I can't go public with that one. We can talk
You can't?
privately. No, I can't. I can't go public with that. No. I know about it, yes. So, no, I can't go public without it. No. I'm sorry. Next question.
There's a Pauseway Bentley wants to know if you have experienced lost time.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was about to tell you my craziest story ever. Sure. What the heck? No one's gonna believe this. No one. Oh my God, should I do it? I don't know.
Tell the truth. I mean, well, tell.
No one's gonna believe
Tell.
me. No one's gonna believe me.
Even if people think you're crazy, put the truth out there. Like put as much information out there, and the people I know people are at different levels and stuff, but but put the truth out there, and if people don't believe you, that's okay. At least the truth's out there, and people will have the opportunity to.
All right. So okay. So I was involved in this Black Op project. We are currently working on 4 different time technologies. What you know is the Mandela effect. The technology was created 100,000 years ago in the constellation of Norma. Now, I have searched the internet for 20 years for anybody, any whistleblower, any insider. Simon Parks I thought he would know about him. And no one is talking about the beings in the constellation of Norma. And no one is talking about the super cluster, which is known as the Great Attractor, that is adjacent to the constellation of Norma. In the constellation, I might be wrong on this. I have to research. There is known as what is the void. It is the largest void in the visible universe. And if you say the universe is 100%, this represents, is it 5 or 10%? Maybe 5%, I think. I'm sorry, I don't have my notes in front of me. It represents 5% of the universe it's a complete black void. And no one is talking about this on any conspiracy channels, and it just blows my mind away. Basically, so this Mandela effect technology was invented in that constellation 100,000 years ago. The thing is that we caught on to it, and we human beings know a little bit about it. There's a lot of stuff going in the Antarctic right now. You might know if you research it. The Antarctic had a big crack. I think a lot of people are talking about people visit the Pope, and the next thing we know, they're taking a trip to the Antarctica. I mean, there's nothing down there but ice, right? So why are these people visiting the Pope and then heading off to the Antarctica? Basically, they found more technology down there. So basically, we find technology from past civilizations, and we learn from it, and then we try to put it into action. And human beings don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're screwing up tremendously. They don't have it right. Even the beings that know how to use this technology, when they use it and when they manipulate time, space, and matter, there's known as what is a 10 degree of inaccuracy. This is going to be a jumbled up thought. Segue. So, change of thought. Picture yourself, you're in a biology class, and you're looking through a microscope, and you're looking at a petri dish, and you have all these microorganisms, that you look at, okay? Now, picture for a moment you can freeze them. That is a parable, so I'm going to speak in parables now. I hope that you know what a parable is. So you can flash freeze that. In other words, that's freezing time. And then you take another dropper and you can drop another organism on top of the flash frozen, and then it can run around and interact with all the people that are frozen. So that's the best analogy I can give you on how they can stop time. I have been involved in a Black Op project where I literally saw time stopped. I saw helicopters frozen in the air, the blades frozen. I saw airplanes frozen in the air. I saw people in their cars frozen. Everything was frozen. But then all the people involved in the project were running around, normal. So they had the ability to stop time. These beings. I can't quite figure out if if that technology got passed down to the humans or not, but I don't know how much of that technology from the beings got passed to the humans. They don't like to share a lot, but it was a higher species Norma Black Op project, and they used the U.S. Army is huge. Because it's I'm babbling. I'm probably not making. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm not making. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, they had the human beings are working on four different. The last project I was on, we were working on four different time manipulation techniques, trying to figure out what these higher beings are doing. And humans just honestly don't know what the hell they're doing. And they get a taste and a hint of this technology, and they try to run with it and try to replicate it and try to run these experiments and try to do things themselves. And they're really screwing stuff up. So it's humans messing with advanced technology, which is why everything is going so completely haywire right now. If the human beings would just step back and stop screwing with technology that they don't understand, we would be okay and we'd be fine. But human beings are screwing up this technology, and now it's gotten the attention of the whole universe. And now the whole universe is running here. And that's why we have so many different species, and we have the attention of the whole universe, because human beings are just screwing everything up. They have no clue what they're messing with. They don't know what they're doing. For example, let me bring it back to some facts. If you look at a now I'm getting flustered. I'm going to use the wrong word. A star chart. If you look at a star chart in the constellation of Norma, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, depending where you are is how you experience time. And we actually proved this theory by taking an atomic clock on the Earth, and we put an atomic clock in an airplane, and we flew it around the Earth. And the theory is, because the airplane's moving faster, it should be experiencing time slower. Atomic clocks are the most accurate clocks in the world. So that was the hypothesis in the premises of the experiment. And then they flew the airplane around, and it actually lost time. I forgot how much time it lost. I wish I could remember. Guy, that experiment was done so long ago. I think that experiment's public. You might be able to research that experiment. But basically, we proved just one. I'm not saying the whole theory of relativity. Just one aspect of the theory of relativity has been proven. So if you look in a star chart in the constellation of Norma, we've actually measured where there's actually, if you understand the symbols and star charts in the constellation of Norma, time is, we have these little symbols. And if you understand the symbols and do the research, you'll see how time is like fast in one area, it's slow in area. And we have the ability, and I know everybody's going to call us BS, but we have actually put in the star charts how time is different in different parts of the Norma constellation. So our government knows about what's happening in the constellation of Norma. Time is bizarre there. And it's because they've been messing with this technology for 100,000 years, as time is measured on Earth. I'm done. Oh, you don't like the word alien demons. I don't know. What word do you want me to use? Did I say alien or demons? I don't think I did. I said Norman. I was reading chat. I'm sorry. No. Well, if you think about it, hey, let's go with the word aliens. If you think about it, what does every religion teach us? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. What I'm about to say may sound like complete blasphemy, but think about it. A spiritual being, and I don't know if this biological unit agreed to have the spirit come in, but if you think about it, a spirit you can call that like an alien life form, took possession of a physical body. So we're all aliens. And when you die, according to all religions, you move on to somewhere else. So so it's like the invasion of the body snatcher movie, but I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke out of it. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, but you get the idea. All right, I got about 3 minutes left, and I'm gonna head out. Does anybody in the Google Hangout have anything they want to say before we go? Yeah, so he's saying, can we do the ascension meditation on one of the talks? And actually, I've done my version of that before, but absolutely, we can. It's a wonderful idea to have a prayer meditation session, whatever. Um, oh, it's always on a Sunday. What time? Oh, so if you go to the website, you go to the digital clock, and you'll see the next time they're going to have their prayer meeting. Yeah, he doesn't know the date or hour, but it's always on a Sunday if you want to look into that. So 4 p.m. GMT, which is the time in England. So convert England time 4 p.m. Convert it to wherever you are in the world. So 4 p.m. England time, London, and convert it to your time zone, and that's when they do it. Yeah. So we all need to band together and work as a, because what do you think the enemy's doing? They're all banding together. They've been doing it for, you know. So it's time for the good guys to get together, and apparently this website's doing it. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get band people together to enlighten and get us on the right path, and I'm doing everything I can to help this place. Is really what I'm all about. It's not about me, folks. It's not. It's about humanity as a whole, and stand up for um, what you believe and what you believe is right. And once again, let them know you've had it. You don't accept it. I'm not going to accept that as part of my reality. I don't agree with it. You know, let the Father's will be done. It used to be on earth as it is in heaven. I like how that Bible verse changed. Well, not it. It's a joke. I don't like how it changed, but um,
Well, what happened to the reality that emerged?
what'd you say, Dale?
What happened to this reality that you prevented from merging with ours?
It's hanging.
It's still there?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're still working on it. I mean, it wants to crash in. That's why I said, pray about all this technology on the planet. Burst energy everywhere. There's a quantum grid around the planet. Project your positive energy into it, because we are batteries. We're like, oh, how about this? We're another parable. We're like magnets, and magnets either attract positive or negative energy. And this quantum grid attracts negative energy. Not only does it does that, but it projects negative energy. So it receives and feeds negative energy. And we need to stop feeding it, because we are feeding it. They are using our own power, our own biological units, our own souls against us. And it's time to stop that and project positive energy out everywhere and feed it with positive energy. Because if you feed it with positive energy, then it'll become positive. What happens if you are in a boat and you have a big kid on one side and a little kid on the other side? What's going to wobble around back and forth? You know, if you're in a teeter-totter, you ever been a kid on a playground? You know, those teeter-totters, you got a little kid and a big kid. Well, the big kid is throwing the little kid around and just having a blast, and he's throwing him up in the air, and the kid hits the ground on his head, and you know, he cries out and screams, and they laugh hysterically at us. So the big kids are beating up the little kids, and it's just time to say, I've had enough. Get off that teeter-totter. Don't even get on it. Project positive energy everywhere. Feed the quantum network with positive energy. It's just that simple. You know, people want to know, what can I do? What you can do is feed this network with positive energy. It's really just that simple. It's at the end of the day, it's not that complicated. Now, if you understand all the physics and this and that and yada yada yada, you know, wonderful. But I'm trying to make it simple for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. All right. With that, peace and be well. As I always say, as the sun sets, sun rises, doesn't matter what your belief or your religion is, pray, meditate constantly. You know, I hate to repeat myself, but Paul said, pray constantly. Why do you think he said that? Because you have to correct as you're praying, you correct the wiring in your brain, you correct the circuitry, and you break free from the program. By praying and meditating, you break all the strings that are attached to you, and you break free from the program. I know this might be hard to do. I can't remember the last time I watched TV. It's because I'm so busy working all the time. I have my day job, and then I do this. Turn off that TV. I hate to say it. You know, pick up a good book. You know, read a good book. Because TV throws light into your eyes, and believe it or not, right now to this day, we have the technology to cure every single disease known to mankind simply by projecting the correct light into your eye and the frequency. It heals your DNA and heals every single disease. So what they're doing with the TV, when you're watching TV, they're projecting those light frequencies into your eyes. It goes into your brain, and it's rewiring your brain for negativity and to make you a drone. I mean, I'm sorry if you think life is boring without TV, but if you really want to break free from the program, if you really want to make a difference, if you really want to make a stand, if you really want to make a difference, oh, same thing with the radio. Turn off that radio, turn off the TV, pick up a good book, you know, enlighten yourself. And what do they call it? Oh, I'm vegging out on TV. You're a vegetable for a reason. They call it programming because you're programming. They call it spelling because they're casting spells on you. So they are throwing all this stuff at you, and simply cut it off. You'd be amazed at how your life can change by turning off the radio and turning off the TV and picking up a good book. But and right now you're watching my live stream, but there's really not a lot of visual going on. What you see my logo and a couple of things. We're not programming you right now. So, you know, these live streams are pretty safe in my opinion. You know. The other thing is, I hate to say it, but you watch YouTube and all of a sudden they throw all these suggested videos in your suggestion box. Well, it's designed to bring you down a path of thinking the way they want you to think. So these suggested videos are even programming you. So they've even taken over YouTube. They've taken over the alternative media. They've taken over the fake news. I mean, I'm sorry, folks. They're everywhere. So anyway, I think I said too much. But anyway, you get that idea. So pray, meditate. You know, turn out that TV. If you have, you know, I say get rid of all electronics in your bedroom. You know, if you have a TV, throw a blanket over your TV when you sleep at night. These TVs, you don't understand this technology. Even when they're turned off, they are designed to connect to other dimensions and higher realities. So as you're sleeping, you are being programmed with that TV in your room by simply putting a blanket over your TV, you block that programming. And your cell phone, don't charge your cell phone in your bedroom at night. Throw it in your living room. Get all the electronics out of your bedroom because yeah, and turn off the internet at night. When you go to sleep, you are dreaming, and when you are your dream life is actually more real than the real life. And so if you have these influences while you're dreaming, you're actually feeding the quantum network, and the quantum network is tapped into you while you're dreaming, and they're actually using you to change reality while you're sleeping. And people don't understand this. It's just simple stuff that we don't know about. So hopefully now you know. Oh my gosh, these phones. Everybody's looking in their phones all day long. I was at the gym today and everybody has a cell phone. I went into the sauna and there's like 10 people, and anybody who doesn't have a phone in their hand, I start talking to them. We have great conversations. But I'm in the sauna and everybody's. I mean, it's 100. What is that thing? It's like 100. I don't know what 80 degrees in there, and I'm like, why isn't I thought the heat would like mess up their phones, but apparently the heat doesn't mess up your phone. I mean, everybody's in this like sauna with their cell phones, their headsets on, and they're all just looking down. I mean, people are texting each other in their own homes, and people go to dinner, and I've actually seen a family at dinner texting each other at dinner, and they're 1 foot from each other. They're at the same dinner table in a restaurant, and they're literally texting each other. Come on, jeez, oh man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Not all smart TVs have. You're trying to tell me smart TVs have a camera in them? Oh, the newer ones. Oh, the new ones. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. I just got completely riled up there, and I don't want to end this broadcast in a negative way. So I tell you what, I'm gonna run to the restroom, chill for a minute, and I'll be back, and let's close this thing out a little bit better. I got a little too riled up. I have to take a deep breath and calm down. I don't want to end this thing on a negative note. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully, you guys were talking. Were you? You're all silent. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you guys would keep talking. Okay, so my advice to you is, if you have a cell phone, I should probably look at the website. You can get yourself a Organite. It has a sticker, and you paste it to the back of your cell phone. It blocks out a lot of the negative energy and vibration. So we all have to use our cell phones, apparently. So if you are, get yourself some Organite and paste it to the back. It's only like, I think, what, $15, maybe 20 at the most. You stick it to the back of your cell phone. It helps keep away a lot of negative energy. Obviously, I have one. Also, what's really good is you might notice a lot of Indian people wear copper bracelets on their left hand. The copper bracelets help balance your chakras and energy centers. So, and what's really interesting, it's almost like one of those mood rings. If probably giving away my age here, well, you know I'm 50. We used to have these mood rings to tell your mood. Copper, the more negative energy it absorbs, the dirtier it gets. So sometimes you can wear a copper bracelet for 3 days without cleaning it. Sometimes you need to clean it, every day. So the copper bracelet is a good indication of, how much negative energy is being absorbed out of your body into the copper. Yeah. So the Indians do it for a reason. So yeah. So vegan, but they probably still can't hear you. Is vegan still here? Or did he drop off? Mm. He dropped off. All right. Well, let me go back over here. I don't want to hit that minimize button last time. All right. So Robinson used to have a copper bracelet. Oh, darkness, my old friend. I know that song. And tinfoil hat. Well, actually, it's so funny. You don't need a tinfoil hat. There is such thing as a hat. It's made with Velostat. You use 8 layers of a certain millimeter, and you can actually wear it to block this quantum network. So it's not tinfoil. It's made out of Velostat. There's actually a hat you can wear if you get abducted by aliens, but we don't want to go there. But I had a comment on the tinfoil hat one. All right, so now I'm laughing. So let me sing this little song. Let me start over. Dang, I'm like way off key. I'm just gonna do this off key. Darashitra Rahashitro. And I will leave you all with that. And peace and be well until next time. And you'll have a good night.